Jurors in the sex abuse trial of former Penn State assistant football coach Jerry Sandusky have the day off. The court is expected to resume on Monday, and prosecutors have presented 4 days of evidence, including graphic and very emotional testimony from 8 young men who claim that they were sexually abused by Jerry Sandusky. The prosecution has not officially rested its case, but the defense could begin as early as Monday. Sandusky faces 52 counts of abuse spanning a 15-year period. Joining me now is Howard Janet, the attorney for alleged Sandusky victim number 6. Howard, it's good to have you with us today, and your client is now 25 years old. He says he was assaulted by Jerry Sandusky beginning when he was 11 years old after meeting the coach through the charity that the coach founded, Second Mile. He also testified that Jerry Sandusky used a nickname for himself. What is it that nickname is, or what is it the nickname that your client says that Jerry referred to himself as, and what does your client say happened in their experiences?
Well, Sandusky was referred to, at least in this instance, as the tickle monster. And I think it's half right. There's no question that he was a monster. And what this young man testified to yesterday at trial was the same thing he testified to before the grand jury, and the same thing that he told the police back in 1998 when he was 11 years old. When he arrived back from this incident with Jerry Sandusky, he hinted to his mother that something was unexpected. Something unexpected happened, namely that he showered with Sandusky, and that raised great concerns on the part of his mother. And that's what led to her contacting the police and him telling his story at that time. Now, what transpired and what he said at that time, what he said at the grand jury, and what he said yesterday, is that Sandusky picked him up at his house, taking him with the idea of taking him to Penn State facilities, to locker room, to work out, to use their facilities. But what he didn't disclose to his mother or to him, that it was his plan all along to take this young man into the showers and shower with him, and who knows what would go on beyond there. Now, if there was any kind of innocent intention on his part, in my view, about that, then he would have gotten his mother's permission. He would have disclosed that fact. He would have asked, how about bringing a change of clothes, making that available to him so he could change into after we showered. But frankly, that permission never would have been granted to begin with.
Howard, a lot of people have speculated about about the young boys, how they were able to keep quiet or why they kept quiet. Some people pointing fingers at their story, the integrity of their story. But how is your client doing and holding up under that type of scrutiny?
Well, I think he's holding up as well as can be expected. And for those that really have an understanding about what happens involving children who have been abused sexually and otherwise, is that they try to wall off what happened to them. They plant it deep in the recesses of their mind, and they try and move on with respect to that, to the best of their ability. And those kids that were assaulted over and over again, they do that each time. They create this Chinese wall. And you have to realize that folks who are serial molesters of children are successful because they're successful at manipulating them. And they manipulate them through the carrot and through the stick. And the carrot is access to Sandusky, access to Penn State players, access to Penn State facilities, giving these children an opportunity who were children that needed help, to have an opportunity to do things that they never otherwise would have had a chance to do. And those things overwhelm the bad things that happened. They try and put them out of their mind and just deal with the good.
Again, everyone has the day off from court today, and the prosecution gets back to work on Monday. Howard Janet, the attorney for alleged Sandusky victim number 6. Howard, thanks for your time. I appreciate it.